Are we live? I believe we're live. Okay. So, I do feel kind of bad. My partner is asleep, so we are going to try and do this at least mildly quietly. So if you are a regular here, welcome back. If you're not, welcome. We are going to be doing our regular Star Dragon Oracle readings with the Star Dragon Oracle card by Paolo Barbieri. We do this every week. This is just this is entertainment only. There are just questions and ponderings and musings to help on self-reflection and self-understanding a little bit more. So what have you guys been doing this week? How have you all been? How is everybody? We all good? Let me change that from top chat to all chat. So if anybody does actually comment on YouTube, I can actually see it. Thank you for the likes, guys. Much appreciated. We still haven't named this dragon yet. Need to come up with a name for this dragon. So, as usual, we are going to be doing our collective oracle reading. If you would like a private reading, feel free to DM me. I do offer them, but it will not be a part of this chat. So we've got 1 out of 7. So for those of you that don't know, I normally do 7 cards, and then sometimes we'll read the bottom of the deck, depending on how we're feeling. I feel like a lot of people are... Sometimes people check in about halfway through the chat and ask for a recap, but if people don't ask for a recap, I'm not going to give one unless I go back through all of them and be like, yeah, this is how this makes sense. Because I feel like that worked quite well last time. So I'm still playing around with this. I'm still fairly new to like actually doing live streams for readings and seeing how all of this works. Live streams in general, to be honest, that was never really part of the deal when I first started doing my YouTube thing. So I've got TikTok squad and YouTube squad. Just so we are aware, I'm not randomly looking off camera every time I switch between them. Yeah, I feel like we've had a lot of repeating themes over the last few weeks. Definitely like the self-empowerment and you choose your own path and things like that. So I feel like that might be something that could be a recurring theme again if we have new people watching that need to hear it. This is just a collective reading for some things to ponder, what some people might need to hear. I will keep going until 7 cards have jumped out. Sometimes it takes longer than others, so apologies for that. Tarot reading. Technically oracle, but yes. Where I look like a stereotypical hippie right now with the blonde wig and the rose quartz crystal and the little flower on my top, and I'm just like the little nose ring and the esoteric tattoos. And for those of you that can't see on YouTube, but yeah, no, we do this weekly. I pull 7 cards from this deck. And then read or 7, we have a little bit of a look at the imagery, a little bit of, oh, they're automatically filtering them now, thanks. Have a little look at the imagery on the cards. This is a collective reading, my love. It's not personal. If you would like a personal one, feel free to DM me. We can check prices. That's fine. It doesn't have to just be this deck. Hi, Ava. I have several others that you can choose from if you would so desire. But I'm also tempted to start doing a couple of, like, no one's actually told me they want this yet, so I don't really want to do it until people start telling me they want it, but I've offered a few times to start doing random lives when I have the time. They probably won't be the scheduled ones like these, because we do these every Saturday. I may, depending on what happens with work over the next few weeks, I may have to move this to a different day, because I think I'm going to be working Saturdays going forward. Potentially, we'll see. Haven't sorted that out yet. But yeah, we may have to move this. But I'm also tempted to start doing just some random lives where I do just get out a couple of decks other than the Star Dragon ones, and just offering out a couple of free readings when I feel called to do so. Because Nyx and the dragons tend to guide me that way sometimes, but I don't really want to kind of do that if nobody's going to be interested. So if you are interested, please comment and let me know. I would be happy to do that when time and work schedule allows. Keep shuffling. We've got 5 more cards to come. So again, this is a collective reading. I call my followers my Starlings because I am the Starlight Priestess. We are the Star Squad, and you guys are the Starlings. So this is a collective reading for the Starlings. 3. Where we pull 7 cards. And oh my gosh, that was a 3 likes a minute ago. Jesus, thanks guys. Yeah, if you would like the random, whenever I can manage it, kind of readings where I do just get out a couple of random decks and people comment questions and things like that, I would like to do that. But for now, this is a collective reading. I'm going to wait until we've got 7 cards. I'll just keep randomly shuffling. Yeah, I'm randomly going to keep shuffling them until we have our 7. We've got 4 so far, so we're nearly there. Hello, hello. How are we all? Thank you so much for spending a bit of your evening with me, or day, or night, or time, or wherever you are. If you do have any questions about any of the cards that I do pull that you would like me to clarify, or questions you would like me to clarify, because we go through the imagery of each card and then kind of how they link onto each other, and I will normally have a question per card. There's just kind of like a self-reflection kind of question, and we will see how that kind of crops up. I normally suggest trying to maybe use these questions as like journal prompts and see how that goes for you. Gee, 816. Thank you so much, all. Whoever is liking the hell out of this live, thank you. Yeah. Hello, hello, YouTube squad. Feel free to comment hello so I know who's watching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 2 more. And then potentially the bottom of the deck. We'll see how I'm feeling. You can manage AI summaries and settings. Thank you, TikTok, for notifying me of that. This is a collective reason. 979. Whoever is just spamming the hell out of that like button, thank you. Over 1,000 times. Before you guys ask, no, this is not my hair. It is a wig. I got it from TikTok shop. I do have a video that should link it, I believe, but I'm not sure if it's on this account or my author one. I know it's definitely on my author one. I will make a video and I'll link it on the video. Can I link it? I don't think I can link it onto the lives. Anyway, go check out my page, and I'll have a video there soon, I am sure. Didn't even think to put it on the, because I was wearing this on the videos that I've been doing. The last leg until we're halfway through our first part of our Broaden Your Horizon series. But I was wearing the wig and the jumper behind me, which is also from TikTok shop. So I should be able to link them. Excuse my partner snoring in the background as usual. He is a sleepy boy. Does not matter how I shake the bed or what angle his head's at, he will always find a where to go. God, this is taking some time. Sometimes the cards do just jump out. Sometimes it takes a moment. But bear with, 1.3. Can you do a trick to sort? I'm not trying to sort them. I am trying to shuffle them. And no, I cannot do any tricks with them. I am not that skilled with cards. I can just about shuffle them if I'm honest. But I do so well enough to be able to. No, I called you a sort. I don't know what a sort is. So I'm sure that would be a lot more insulting if I knew what it meant. To go full wild child moment. You know, like I'm assuming that's meant to say salt. TikTok comments are always kind of wild. Sort, just like pretty. Oh, did not know that was the new slang. But thank you very much. Oh, so you're rude. No, you misspelled a word. So I'm trying to read it correctly. Don't know what's going on. People are so easily offended. Didn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, cards. One more. And then we can actually get on with this. 1.7k. Jeez. You guys are bigging me up, huh? $1.8k. Who is spamming the if you're spamming the hell out of the like button, please comment so I can thank you. I don't know what's going on, but this is kind of crazy. Because TikTok's only showing me half of the things that are actually commented. And it's kind of slow. Roller Skatelin. Love that name. But thank you very much. We've got one more. It's taken nearly 15 minutes just to sort these. Come on, cards. What else did the Starlings need to know? Spider-Man. Are you LGBTQ+? Yes, I am. Got a tattoo for it and everything. But if you're going to start being homophobic, you can leave now. If you're going to start being any kind of phobic, to be fair, you can leave now. Because we don't chill with those vibes here. Woo! Come on, cards. And how did you know? That is something I want to know. I know I've got a bit of a vibe. I've got a bit of a vibe. I had a lot of people when I first started work that I was like, whoa, I thought you were full gay. And I was like, no. We'll go with that one because it's taking too long. And that feels right. Okay. So, aren't they pretty? Okay. Bottom of the deck will be for later. That card can go there. They can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sweet. 16 and a half minutes in, we can actually start doing the reading. Okay. So, how it goes with these readings, I will kind of look at the imagery that's on the cards, and I will kind of get a vibe of what the question is that relates to the card. 2.3, Jesus, roller skate then. Thank you very, very much. Keeping me up. Okay. Yeah, I'll get a vibe of what kind of question links to the theme of the card. And then we'll kind of move on to the next one. If I feel like I need to kind of do a backtrack and a recap for anybody new that's joined, or if anyone asks for a recap, what have we done so far, I will give a recap. Sometimes I can't remember the exact question, but it's normally the next question that I give is the more accurate one for that card, I guess, if that makes sense. So we kind of go with it like that. Okay, first card. Rebirth, giving yourself a second chance. Why did I get the feeling this was going to be the first one? So, for the YouTube squaddies, if you haven't seen this before. So, the protective vibe, I always get the vibe of this is you are now the dragon and you're protecting this more vulnerable part of yourself. On this one, you are the dragon and you're protecting this vulnerable part of yourself. I feel like it's inner child. Gives the inner child vibe this week. So, chucking the cards everywhere apparently. Yeah. There is something inner child is kind of trying to tell you, or something that you used to do for fun that you could have brought into something more. Not necessarily a career, but you could have improved at, you could have gained experience at, that would have helped you understand yourself better, or I'm a reporter. I have a question. What do you think about homosexuals? I have no problem with them. I'm in the LGBT community. That has nothing to do with my oracle reading. Thank you very much. TikTok comments. Wild. Every time. Yeah, so there's something that you could have improved on or gained some sort of, or helped you gain some sort of clarity or healing from, and you kind of pushed it to the side, either because you were told you were bad at it, or you told you you didn't deserve to heal from this thing, or you had it in your head that you didn't deserve to heal from this thing, but you do, and it is time to claim your my turn era and be unapologetic as fuck about it. That is the vibe that I'm getting. So we need to, there is something that we need to embrace to be able to get into the actual flow of where we're supposed to be. What do you need to embrace? What do we need to embrace to get onto the flow of your path? What comes next for you in 2026? That's the vibe. Okay. So What have we got? Trust, love, and friendship. Here we go. Love and friendship. Jesus is calling you all in the Spirit. Find your true identity and authority in Him. Embrace God. I'm pagan. This is... I know I kind of spout a lot about like learning about different cultures and different identities and stuff like that, but this is not the place to preach that your way is the right way. This is just a place to extend an olive branch for learning and understanding. This is not like you're all doing it wrong, my way is the right way. We don't do that here. So if you're just going to preach, please leave. Yes, trust, love, and friendship. So I feel like this one, leading on from this one, like there is something that we need to embrace within ourselves. I feel like maybe we feel like in doing so we would be alone. Like in doing so we would be taking ourselves away from something or someone, so we're going to have to let something go, maybe. But there are people in your life that you can trust to love you no matter what, to always support you no matter what, through any dreams or goals or any, I don't know, ambitions, anything like that. There are certain people in your life that you will be able to trust to help you in this next phase and stage of your life. So who is that person for you? Because everybody's got one. Everybody's got at least one. So who is that person for you? Who is that person you love and trust through everything and want, like the one person that you could keep with you for life? Who is that person? Who is the person that is going to most support the next phase of your life? Question number 3. Card number 3, not question number 3. Protection, finding what's important. Roller Skatelin, keep up. Jeez. We're on what, 2.8k now? Fuck. Thank you very much, my love. Yes, protection. So this is, again, I feel like we're kind of giving ourselves a second chance with what's important to ourselves, finding out what's important like externally. So this is kind of like a clarification for like the most important thing to bring it into the next phase of your life. Hey, Iffy. So yeah, this is like the most important thing to bring into the next phase of your life. Finding, like, protecting what's important within yourself, protecting what is precious in your life. What is the most precious thing in your life? That is this one. Sorry, baby, I'm moving my books. If I could show you this man right now, this is how he sleeps anyway. I know, it's cute, right? I love this hair. TikTok shop. I will be wearing it to work tomorrow. So yeah, we've got like protecting what is most precious in your life. So what is the most precious thing in your life right now? The amount of times that I get like it literally shows me who is joining. I'm not going to have someone join called notification if it's actually a notification. Thank you very much. Super sneaky. I love that. I love that as a name. Next card, destruction, releasing your anger. I feel like a lot of us need to go through a big like purge release of emotions. And I actually have a guided meditation on that on my YouTube channel if that's something that people are interested in. It's like a full like let everything go kind of thing. I've got a couple of different ones. I've got a couple more that I'm hoping to be able to film to upload within the next few weeks, hopefully. But yeah, releasing your anger. There is something that is making us angry, holding us back. Sometimes literally just like shouting to an empty room, like shouting to the gods kind of thing, like talking to your spirit guides, talking to literally like your best friend, a therapist, anything, like talking it out, getting it out of your system. Like earlier, I was a little bit frustrated with just a couple of bits I had to do. I felt a little bit overwhelmed by my to-do list, and I was literally just like arguing with myself out loud into my bedroom, and it helped because it was a release. So I did that, and then I did a little bit of a like smudging purification, and I felt so much better because it was like a release of the energy, and then we move on, you know? So, oh, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, so sometimes it is literally just going, so like putting your head under a bath and screaming. You know, it's just a release of some kind. We need to release this negative energy, otherwise it will just get pent up and it will just build more and more and more, and it will burst out at the most inopportune moments. Oh, thank you. Getting likes over here too. Thank you guys. I hope the rose made you feel better. It did. Thank you very much. Christmas joke. Nice. I'm not going to read it, but if you want to read it, it's in the TikTok comments. Yeah, so sometimes just, I don't know, go into, if you live near a forest or into a beach or something, or yeah, stick your head in a sink, go to the swimming pool or something like that and just underwater and scream, or argue out loud in your head. Argue out loud to yourself. Maybe not in public because people might think you're a little bit crazy, but somewhere private, talking to a therapist, talking to a friend, just release the anger. Go to the gym, find a punching bag, something like that. Just a different way to release all this like pent up negative energy, and then ground and cleanse your energies, whether that's with music or sound or incense, candles, meditation, anything. Like I said, I have a few full cleansing meditations on my YouTube channel. If you want to go and check those out, I would be happy to let you use them. They are free in the public domain, so go right ahead, and I hope they help you. But what do we need to release? There is something specific that's holding us back from finding what's precious in our lives and giving ourselves that second chance that we know we deserve and that our friends and loved ones are going to be able to support us through. What is the thing you need to release? Because everybody's got a certain, and I think mine is definitely letting go of some things that have happened in my past that are currently clouding my judgment of the present. For sure. Because every situation is different, every person is different, every relationship is different, every moment is different, every moment is a new moment. Vision, contemplating the future. I love this card, it's gorgeous. Feather dragon. Yeah. Feather dragon. Contemplating the future. What does your future look like? If you were to think about yourself, picture yourself right now. This is a little like challenge. We're going to take a moment. Picture yourself right now. And then like see how your life is, see how your relationships are, how your career is going, what you actually want your career to be and stuff like that, and like how that kind of matches up at the moment, how that mirrors up. And then picture yourself in 5 years' time. That is such like a typical like job interview question, but genuinely, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Where do you see yourself? Do you have the same hair? Do you have the same vibe? Do you have the same energy? Do you still live in the same place? like, I know none of us can fully predict, but we can have goals and we can have dreams and we can have an ideal to work towards. That is what is your ideal to work towards? That is what this one's asking. Like, what is your ideal job? What is your ideal way to express yourself? Sorry, this little bit of this wig, it falls in a certain way, and normally I kind of like pin it back like that, which is kind of cute, but I don't have a clip nearby, so I'm trying to keep it out of my eyes. Yeah, what does your ideal future look like? Even if it's not for like right now, if you can't think that far ahead, just be like, what would you like to do in the next week? What would you like to do by the end of the year? Which is like just over a week, to be fair. But what would you like to do by spring? What would you like to do by next summer? How does your life look for you in the coming future? And then if we can start to think of those small steps, then what does it look like long term? So just contemplate. What does your ideal look like for your future? What is your ideal thing to work towards? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 2 more, and then I think we are reading the bottom of the deck. Sorry. I love your synthetic wig. Where is it from? It's from TikTok Shop. I will actually, in my video tomorrow, keep an eye on my video tomorrow, I will try and remember. I will actually link it because I am wearing it in one of the shorts that I will be posting. So I will link it in that video. So come back to my channel tomorrow and I will be able to link it because I don't know how to link it right now and I haven't got the time to figure it out. Thanks, babe. I need a new weave. No problem, Imogen. Have a good time. I also got a red one, but I think I got that from Temu. I was wearing the red one last week. But yeah, this one, it's got a lot more pink in it. It looks very, very blonde on camera, but it's like blonde and pink, and it looks a lot more pink in person. It's like dusty pink. Kind of love it. Kind of obsessed. Yeah. So it is supposed to be like a full fringe type dealio, but I've always been more of a side fringe girly, so we're pulling it to the side. But it's not very cooperative at the moment. I haven't trained it yet. There we go. That's the vibe. This is the vibe, guys. Next card, resilience, finding your limits. Again, gorgeous card. Gorgeous card. I absolutely love the art on these cards. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. So, contemplating your future. I don't feel like this is a vibe to. This is like to explore your limits. Every time. This is to explore your limits. Because I feel like a lot of us will place limits on ourselves that are a little bit too limiting. Because a lot of us can actually go a lot further than we give ourselves credit for. A lot of us can go a lot further than we think we can. So this one is to explore your limits rather than setting limits for yourself. Wait until life tells you, okay, this is where you stop. Wait until your body tells you this is where you stop. Like, I've been finding this a lot in the gym, is that I'm of a mindset where I go to do something and I'm like, oh, I can't do the next one up. I can't do that. I can't do it. I've never been able to do it before. I can't do it now. And then I get told by several people, I get peer pressured a little bit into trying. And the second I try, I realize I actually can. So I start hitting some new personal bests. So similar sort of vibe, just in life. Go for things. If you're thinking, maybe I want to be a tattoo artist and you can draw, start looking into it. There is nothing, you are the only thing that is stopping you from pursuing your kind of like preferred path. this is as much for me as it is for you. Don't worry. I'm calling myself out too. So find your limits, and by way of exploring them. Don't find your limits by setting them for yourself. That is the vibe of this card. So what do we need to give ourselves the actual chance to explore? Do I have to explain this again? Thanks, Iffy. I'm not doing personal private readings at the moment. Sorry, babe. Not doing personal private readings at the moment. If you would like one, please DM me. And yes, I do charge for them. Sorry, not sorry. I need to make a living. Girls got to eat. I would rather you see the crack in my wall than the crack on my boyfriend. Sorry, that was funny. Sorry, had to adjust for a moment there. Yeah, so we don't find limits by setting them for ourselves. What do we need to find by exploring new avenues and pathways? What limits can we find by exploring avenues and pathways rather than telling ourselves we can't do it? And healing, restoring hope. Again, love this one. Underwater mer fairy kind of vibe with the protective dragon baby. So this one is given the vibe of like we're going to go through a phase of inner healing. May not be easy, maybe kind of messy, might be kind of shadow worky, but I feel like once we get past the messy, tricky bit, we're going to feel so much better. We're going to be able to have the energy to bring that future vision and the like bring the new like energies into us, like exploring those new limits. We're going to have the energy to do that. We are going to be able to release the things that we need to release. We're going to be able to find what is precious within our lives. We are going to be able to bring those actual like OG good people with us, and we are going to be able to give ourselves some second chances for things that we wanted to do but kind of like pushed to the wayside for whatever reason. So this one is telling you not to give up. We need to not give up. We need to give ourselves the opportunity to try these things again. We need to look a little bit further into the future, especially when things seem tricky now. Like, if things suck for you right now, I'm so sorry. I've been there. We're allowed to feel a bit sorry for ourselves for a little while, but then we pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and then we just keep going. Because that is what warriors do. That is what queens do. We adjust the crown and we keep going. This one is giving you the hope that you need. I'm sorry it's necessary. And I'm sorry I can't give you all of the things that you need. There are some things that you need to do for yourself. But this is the hope that you need, that you will be able to achieve everything that you are setting out to achieve. You will be able to achieve all of the dreams that you are going for. You'll be able to move into this new phase of your life with confidence and clarity. You'll be able to gain like the financial freedom that you're after. You'll be able to gain the creative freedom that you're after. You'll be able to gain the understanding of yourself and maybe some people who hurt you in the past. Like, new hope, new energies all around. That is a very nice way to wrap up this reading. However, it's not completely over because I said I was going to read the bottom of the deck. If y'all remember, 2.9K. Jeez. Freedom, breaking the chains. Uh-huh. Remember what I just said about hope and freedom and clarity? Mm-hmm. We break the chains we set for ourselves. We are our own worst critics. We hold ourselves back the most before anybody else does. Like, yes, we are taught certain things through childhood and shit like that. But for the most part, we place limits on ourselves. We give ourselves reasons not to do things because we are afraid of other people judging us, or we're afraid of being bad at it to begin with, or any multitude of things like that. But if you just give it a go, you never know what can come out of it. You never know how much you can help other people. You never know how much you can help yourself. You never know how much resilience you have until you try. Until you purge all of the things from your life that are holding you back, until you think about that future that you so desire, until you realize who is in your life to stay, and trust that everything is always working out for you and everything's going to be okay. Because it is. Because everybody deserves that. And that is, once we have the belief in our lives that that is what will happen, that is what the universe will serve. Universe or source or God, or in my case, goddess, like literally whatever deity, whatever energy source you believe in, Allah, I don't know. Like, anytime there is something in our lives that we want to come to fruition, whether you call it manifesting or calling on source or praying to God, anything like that, all of those things are coming to you because you deserve them. You deserve them. So that is today's reading, ending on a little bit of a deep note. What is going on with this bit of hair? Does not compute, does not want to stay. That is going to have to do. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, literally a couple of minutes, for anybody to ask any clarifying questions on this reading that we have just done, not about love lives, because I don't do those kind of readings anyway. If you would like a personal reading, please feel free to DM me on TikTok or Instagram. I believe Instagram is at the Starlight Priestess official. TikTok is just the Starlight Priestess. Yes, I do charge. I usually charge by card. It's not that expensive, and you have a choice of decks as well. If you would like to find other ways to support me, please check out the links in the description or in my bio if you're on TikTok, and I should have the links for my books if you are interested in those. Got The Everyday Witch by Riley Storm and Shadows and Starlight, or Starlight and Shadows. I wrote it and I can never remember which way around it is. I think it's Shadows and Starlight. The 6-month shadow work journey, also by Riley Storm. So feel free to go and purchase those if you are so inclined. I don't know why we're going super Cornish right now. Fuck it, why not? Lived there for 10 years, I'm allowed. And yeah, just feel free to check out any other avenue of media to watch me on. So if you're on TikTok, then go to YouTube and Instagram. If you're on YouTube, go to TikTok and Instagram. I promise to attempt to entertain you on all three, and maybe teach you a little something. That's the idea. Yeah, if anybody's got any questions, now is the time to ask. Otherwise, I am going to have to see you later, because it's getting really late. I've got a very long day tomorrow. But don't worry, Effie, I will be writing this tomorrow. So if you're not there, I'm going to be really mad. Any quick questions? Have a little scroll through the chat. Of course I'm there. Of course you are. It's Sunday. Sent him my apologies in advance. He's asleep. Wig. Christmas joke. Nope, I've read all of these. Just double checking that nobody has commented anything that I've missed. I don't think they have. No. No. I think that about wraps us up then. Oh, I need to sneeze. I don't particularly want to catch that on camera. Everyone has the pre-sneeze face, right? I am gonna head off in that case. Because nobody got no questions about the readings. And yes, hope you have a lovely day or night or time. And be unapologetically you. No shame. And for anyone that's going to be like, oh, I've had several, this is actually irritating me, had several people with the comments being like, you need to not wear makeup, you need to not, if you're preaching authenticity, you shouldn't be wearing wigs, shouldn't be wearing makeup, shouldn't be using filters. Dude, it's a form of self-expression. I'm playing around, I'm having fun, I am being myself. Literally the definition of. So now that we've cleared that up, I'll probably have to clear that up again in the future. Now that we've cleared that up, now I can say, be unapologetically you, no shame, and I will see you next week for the next one. Bye. Okay.